Hello there, YouTube. Mr. Gibson Guy here with you today. Thanks for visiting the channel. Today I have a short video I'm going to do. This is a continuation of part 2 of a video that I did earlier that was real popular about having a stuck battery compartment. Something that's pretty common with people getting 35 and 40 and 50-year-old cameras is that a lot of times this battery compartment can be stuck on it. I did a video, the first part to this one a few months ago, and where I just showed you how do you take out the screws here and here and the screws here and here. You take off the base plate here and you'll get right past the battery door right to the battery, and you can change your batteries then. Just put the top plate back on. Well, after I did that video, a while after I did that video, I got a new camera. Well, not a new camera, obviously. There's no new cameras on this thing. A new-to-me camera, which is Minolta X-700. And this was one of those ones that was a really good deal. You buy it because the seller says, well, I don't know if it works or not. Can't tell. It's not tested. So you buy it and then it's up to you. So it was 60 bucks for the camera and the 35 to 70 Minolta zoom that went with it. So that's this. But of course the camera didn't work when I got it. So I thought, hey, pretty smugly, I just did a video on this. I'll just take the bottom off and I'll change the batteries. Simple enough. But not that simple, because I had done this before on a Minolta X-700, which has a brass bottom plate there on it, top plate and bottom plate, and everything works great with that. But in the meantime, when Minolta had come out with their X-700, they went from a brass bottom plate, hear that, plastic bottom plate. So when I took it off, to my surprise, the battery compartment was still there, because in a plastic bottom plate they can't attach the screw thread to your hatch cover. So because it's plastic, you have to screw that into metal. You can't screw it into plastic. So what happens is you take the bottom cover off and there's the whole battery, the battery place where you put the battery in with the top still attached to it, because this is attached to the chassis of the camera, not the bottom plate. And you know that these are threaded with a little slot that's right about the size of a US nickel like this, and you put that in and you turn it, and then you twist open the top. We just got to unscrew it here. But this has been closed for 30, 40 years, and it doesn't just unscrew like that. So I started boogering it up a little bit, pressuring it, trying to turn it, pushing down as hard as I can, and trying not to rip up the slot that the nickel goes into. But I'm just having to be careful with it. And so I kind of went back and forth with that, putting some penetrating oil around it, hoping it would soak in, and I just couldn't get it loose. And then I was sitting there at my desk the other day, and I had the camera on the desk, had the nickel on the desk, and right next to the nickel I had this. What was that? That was one of these, a little crescent wrench. And it was sitting there, and I looked at the wrench and I looked at the nickel, and I looked at the wrench and I looked at the nickel again, and I thought, wait a minute, this is so simple. You take the crescent wrench, take the nickel, put it down there in between the two arms, and then you turn it, get it as tight as you can get it, like that. And now you have a tool for removing the cap over your battery compartment, the battery compartment hatch. I don't think I'm getting autofocus here, but I'll show this as much as I can. Now, what you do, I would suggest you do this sitting down, but I'm standing up for the front of the camera, is you get the camera there and you line up the nickel to go into the groove like this, and then you want to put your thumb over the nickel and over the end of the crescent wrench, and you're putting most of your energy in downward force with your thumb and less energy with the torque force going like that. And you know what? It just comes open. The secret is you've got to press down more than you twist. The twist has to be a secondary movement. The primary movement is pushing down so that nickel doesn't come out of that groove. It's kind of tricky, but with this crescent wrench attached to it, you can twist that thing a lot easier. And that is how you can pop the battery compartment off, battery cover off, and then you're ready to go. All you need is a little crescent wrench. So that's it. Hope you found this helpful, and you only have to unstick it once and then it's probably going to be okay. So thanks for visiting. Leave me comments if this is a useful video for you, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Mr. Gibson Guy. Bye.